Wheel Championship. It is week 19, which means that it is now the Monaco GP. Welcome in, welcome in. It is time to go to the stats and all the good stuff that we have since last week. Okay, let me have a wee look here. Okay, first up, let's look there in the center of the three longer panels. Race in week 18 was won by another driver. We will come back to that in just a moment. Elite Carbon getting his first win of the season. Welsh Wizard there now in second. Bunsey with the pole finishing in third, despite the fact that he actually had a false start, which got him a drive-through penalty, along with a couple of other drivers early on. But those drivers who finished after having a false start had a good race and really put the knuckle, just drove all the way home and got it in nice and neatly. I guess it was nothing to lose at that stage, and it kind of made it just that a little bit easier. But a great recovery from Bunsey, who found himself at pole all the way to last after the first lap because of that drive-through. Okay, we had in fourth Rory Drain, followed by Blue Gunner in fifth, Ron Anasaurus in sixth, Budge in seventh, Major Jam in eighth, Mormick in ninth, Kaiser in 10th, rounding out the points. And we had then the non-scorers of Ironman, Angry Chameleon, Why Not See, and then from there on we had the non-finishers, which were Buccos, or Big Knockos, K Flemo, Vernie Vern, Buffalucas, and Is a Hero once again. So the 14 through 15 were enough to be given that position because they got far enough into it, but they didn't actually cross the line at the end of the race. Okay, let's look at that. We see there's a very big surprise there. Angry Chameleon still not enjoying driving that new Alpine that he's been given for this last stint of the race or the season. So is that his title challenge is gone? Is that it now? Is it at a point where he is saying to himself, you know what, I'll keep trying, but wait till we have a look over at how things stand in the championship itself. So after that, we have Bunsey on 232 points. Great score there for him. He looks like he's starting to now put a bit of daylight between him and everybody else on the championship board. Runanosaurus with a 175, Angry Comedian 157, Major Jam 141, and Mayo Man round out the top five with a 112. Now Mayo Man hasn't been in the last couple of races due to annual leave from his official duties in Wheel to Wheel, but he has rejoined us and is here this week, and he is looking like a hot favourite. Some notable other things there. Budge, despite getting points this week, actually dropped, I think it was 3 positions in the championship table from 7th down to 9th on 107. So scoring points, but the reason that he did so was, if you look from 5th all the way through to 10th, we only have 12 points separating all of those guys. So one of those guys finishing above the other is going to change the way the table looks even next week. So that's going to be amazing. K Flemo there on the 100. Everybody else there from 11th on. Griffin on 93, also with Big Knockos on 93. He had a good middle, and he's going to have a good final sector in this season. So he's going to he'll be a little higher up the championship again. They're only 7 points adrift of K Flemo on 10th. They're likely to break the top 10 at somebody's expense at some stage. Welsh Wizard starting to make some moves now after that finish last week, 57 points. Kaiser 52, Mormick, Vernie Vern, Why Not See. 2 of those 3, Mormick and Why Not See, having season wins this year, but still linger down in 16th through 18th. Buffalo new to the season. He has been given. We will talk about that in a second. Actually, sorry. He is down in 19th with 21 points. Supreme Boy on 20. Missed a lot of races, and so has Iron Man and Wilfred Boney. So, here we go. That's the way things start. It's interesting to see how things are going to go. But some other news, as in on the left-hand strip there, where we have the odds for this week. Again, the two hot favourites, Bunsey 1-2 on, and Budge 2-1. This is a track that suits drivers with huge technical ability, like those two drivers. Budge has, I believe, has won here before, but this is going to be an incredibly difficult one for drivers today. Elite Carbon shoots up to a 3-1 odds after his win last week, with also Ron Anasaurus on that. Now, Mayo Man and Rory Drain at 4-1, K Flemo. Welsh Wizard, Big Knockos at 5-1. Chameleon dropping a little bit in the rankings now as regards to the rates. He's 6-1, as is Major Jam, Supreme Boyo, Blue Gunner, with his hero Buffalo on 7-1. Kaiser, Why Not, and Vern all on 8-1, with Mormick on 14-1, and Iron Man lingering down at the very bottom on 20-1. This is, of course, week 19, which means it is the Monaco GP, as I said earlier. This is something I wanted to highlight this week. Would you, Adam and Eva, we have had an update to the Constructors' Championship, and look at how tight the top of this championship is. Everybody from 5th upwards, that's Team Bungum, Brown Cocktail, Mayo for Jam, Welsh Rockers, and Mistletoe Mikado, all still in with a very reasonable shout of taking this championship, the Constructors' Championship this season. Thou Shalt Not Pass is unlikely at this stage at nearly half the points of the first place. But everybody from Mistletoe Mikado up is on 119, essentially 200 up from that point. So 81 points, which is easy when you've got two drivers who may also run into a bit of form. We will remind you, of course, that up here in the top corner we have the championship cars as they are now. So we have these will be for the remaining 8 races, 2 of which have already been completed. Okay, so here's some news. We have a change in the Haas setup. Griffin has retired his position, and Buffalukis, as the #1 substitute this season, has taken up his position in the Haas car for the remainder of the season. We wish Griffin all the very best with his commitments going forward, and the very best of luck to Buffalukis, who will be driving in the place of Griffin from here on in. And he has looked extremely fast when given the right car. Okay, now there are other things to bring to your attention. We will get right to them. It has been a day for sure. It is now 9:25, and we are looking at starting in about 20 minutes. So let's see, what have we got? Now, interesting statistic here, we have them up and ready, is the fact that we now, with the win from the Elite Carbon last week, we now have more wins in a wheel-to-wheel season by individual drivers than any other time in history. We have hit double digits this year. We have had 10 individual winners at one point or another. Bunsey, of course, and Renatosaurus, and I think also Mailman have had multiple wins, but we have had 10 winners. The 10 winners so far, obviously, Bunsey, Mormick, Why Not, Mailman, Chameleon, Ronaldosaurus, Rory Drain, Griffin, who is coming on, Major Jam, and Elite Carbon, all winning this year. There is there is some notable omissions from that list of 10. And here's the thing: they have changed for the remaining. They've changed for the remaining races in this championship. The guys who are on the notable list. Spider-Man, how art thou? It is good to have you in, fella. The notable people who aren't in is Budge, 3-time champion, still hasn't won a race this season, but is knocking on the door in this final stint as he has the Alpha Tauri, and he is in a much, much better car than he has been all season. So, Budge, watch out for him. He may extend that record winning number by that. Big Knockos. He is looking like he is just about to blow the doors off and get a win for sure. And there's 2 people who could add to that record amount of wins this season so far. It's highly possible we could have 13, 14 winners this season, the most competitive season in wheel-to-wheel history. End of. It's official. We have had more winners than at any other time. Okay, the other notable ones is, and this is a bit of a strange one, Welsh Wizard. And I said this pre-season. Welsh Wizard won some pre-season practice races. He was looking lightning quick in this game. He was absolutely and utterly going to make a mark, and it just hasn't materialized. But folks, if we look back to last week, Welsh Wizard on the podium in second place, right behind Elite Carbon. 2 guys who up until then neither had won this season, and it was just incredible to see some of what Welsh Wizard showed pre-season actually materialize in a race this season. So Welsh Wizard, a real one who could actually put some get a win up there. So that could be 3 potential guys. The other one is Blue Gunner. Blue Gunner is a strange fish in my mind. I can't get up. He's a lightning quick driver. He's very quick. He's very good at what he does. He just isn't getting the results that match his ability in my mind. I think he's absolutely and utterly, he's due. He's absolutely due. He has to be. And I did have somebody else on this list, but you know what? It's considering where he finished last week, which was dead last in a DNF position. I was going to say Is a Hero. Is a Hero has the car. He has the ability. He has the speed. He doesn't have the consistency, it seems. I just want to say we had him in here. I got abuse for the fact that he hadn't put up any points. He had 1 point in his first 35 races or whatever it may be. At this stage, it could have been 100 races. He's still not making the impact he was so believed to have done. We obviously mocked the hell out of him, but what we're actually stunned is the fact that he hasn't done this. We were like, Hero, where the hell is it going? What's going on? We want you up there. We want you competing, and we want you taking points off people who need them for championships at this stage. You should have been a championship contender in a lot of people's eyes. But fair play. Look, you've had a chance. You've been better of late. But you have had the better car. Let's see some results from Is a Hero. We really, really want to see it. I think it's about time that he start putting in not just a once off and a flash in the pan result, something that's back to back. I want to see Hero with back to back podiums starting this week. He's in a damn Mercedes. He needs to make some impact at this stage. He did have the Red Bull and did do all right. He did, but that's what I'm saying. It was yeah, absolutely. But the problem is, it's where it was. It's what it was. That's it. That's all that happened here, Spider-Man. Appreciate you for bringing it out. I'm saying he did have results, but they've been, actually, to be honest, they don't follow the history of a season. They haven't been what we expected, which would be the regular winning. They've been. I don't want to say a fluke, because it's not a fluke to do fast. He should be able to do better than he is. But he done it. First of all, he needed a Red Bull to do it. Yeah. He's he, he had to have a Red Bull. He no longer has the Red Bull because of that result, obviously. But here's the thing: he hasn't followed it up, and he still has a damn Mercedes. He needs. You know what? Maybe he needs more love. Maybe this reverse psychology kind of love isn't working for him, and isn't spurring him on the way we would have thought that it should have done. Hero, let's get some results in, man. Come on, let's do it. You're capable of this shit. Put it together, put a race together, and then do it back to back. And I'll bring you on, and I will absolutely, absolutely give you all the praise you deserve for doing so. You have to show some consistency, and you have to do what it is. You have to do what it is that needs to be done, and meet expectations at least a few times a season. How many DNFs tonight? I'm predicting 7 finishers. If that, if that. You know what? Yeah, I maybe 7 is a bit low. How many have we got starting? 2 safety cars and ghosting off should give the fans some good viewing. Yeah, absolutely. Chameleon or Hero in equal cars. I think the speed might be with Hero, but I think Chameleon would still beat him because I don't think Hero does it over the race. He might have a faster lap. He might have a fastest lap, or something, a period. But Chameleon is too consistent and has been too good this season to say that he deserves to be behind Hero on any level. I'm putting it out there. I'm being as honest as I can. I think you might see Hero, and again, the thing is, Chameleon is still doing better than him in a car that's worse, and he has been since he got into Red Bull. Anyway, Sinead, let's see. Go back to the number, the prediction. The prediction. Let's go with. I have to see actually. Let me find out how many starters we have. 18 or 19, I think it is this week, isn't it? 18 or 19 starters. So. The problem is with a crash round here, it's normally carnage. And when somebody has a crash, there's a lot of people who follow them into that crash. Race attendance, we have a 20-man grid. I say 8 DNFs. 8 DNFs. I say 8. I'm going around 8. Possibly safety cars are common around here. It seems like everything comes out. Or sorry, not here. This is Monaco, so no. 1 safety car. Chameleon to spin at least 3 cars and need at least 3 new front wings. This is going to be one of Chameleon's toughest drives so far this season, and the reason is that he doesn't like close combat in tricky, tight courses. He can do overtakes, but they tend to have to be clear and free and clear. There are guys who are masters at this, which is why I would be looking at some of the more consistent guys like Bunsey or Budge. Which is why obviously they're up there. 3 front wings, I think that's harsh. I think maybe if he changes a wing, I think he definitely changed 1 wing, maybe. But I think the vast majority of people around here are going to change at least 1 wing tonight. That's not going to be Chameleon exclusive whatsoever. So that's kind of where I think it is. In that regard, I think that's fair, and I'm saying I'm being a bit balanced here, but I also think like that, and the reason that I'm kind of being that way as well is like, again, last week we had a bunch this is the normally the review page where we look at the penalties and the effect that they had on last week's race. So what I would say is that last week was an anomaly. We have had, since the start of December, last week was the first week racing. Grant, we took 2 weeks off. But since the start of December into the middle of January, we've had 1 week where we've had multiple reviews. It's been clean. This championship has been incredibly competitive, incredibly clean, and you know what? A whole lot of fun to watch. There's a lot of guys competing in an area that of the championship that they just didn't give themselves credit enough for. And then there are people who have come back a little bit and need to readjust. But that's the glory of it. They're capable of doing that and will be back in the mix as soon as they find that form. Okay, so Hero, I will have you on the notable omissions list for definite. The notable omissions of winners list for definite next week if you pull off a podium this week. How about that for a deal? Let's get you on the podium. Let's get you up there. Let's get you some consistency, and we will see where that takes us. It is almost race time, folks. Who is your prediction in this race? What is your podium prediction? Who do you think is going to set the fastest lap? And who do you think is going to be pole? Sorry. Who do you think is going to come across the lap in first place? The podium. Who are we going to have on the podium? Pole and podiums. Can we get some love for the drivers out there? If you are watching this, folks, whether it be now or afterwards, we really appreciate it if you would give us a like and a subscribe. We have, and that's just a little thing of mine, I did notice that we had a few people join since last week. Thank you very much for that. We have had 2 people join this week, which means that officially, since we started this season, I am now up to, no, I beg your pardon, not since we started the season, I had a few on the challenge channel already. But we are officially up to 69 followers on this channel. Giggity. That's all. I mean, that's the juvenile level that I'm at. To all those who like to see it week in, week out. And that's all I've got on the news for you, folks. I think it's been an incredible one, to say the least, so far. And as I say, with the news that we now have more drivers, individual drivers, wins all year, or than any other season previous. I just think it's been a good week. I came on a little bit early so that we could deal with that. What's going on there? There we go. Okay, that is the news. Get your predictions in. Give us a like and subscribe. You can do so by scanning the QR code up in the top left of the screen. You do that, you get all of the socials, and what it means is you get in there to Wheel to Wheel lads, and to bring you some even more news. I suppose I thought I had all the news, I forgot. There is a Ronanosaurus. Much love, fella. Thank you very much for the like and subscribe. Or the like. What I want to say is we have got coming up a wheel to wheel competition where we will bring in up to 40 drivers over a day, and they will race for 3 reserve spots in season 5. That is going to happen likely in March or April. Let me see if we can get that announcement. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one. It will be your chance to join these lads in the racing season in season 5. It's going to be huge. It's going to be great, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Trying to find the announcements. Here we go. This is it here. We're gauging interest for it. It will be we're looking for 40 drivers for a couple of reserve spots, maybe 1-2 reserve spots. every week, full time. That is essentially how you get into it. Buffalo Lucas will tell you that is essentially how you get into driving in this championship. You have to be obviously a reserve until somebody gives up their spot at some stage, which doesn't happen very often at all. There will be details to follow. You have to be available on Wednesday nights, obviously at 9:30 on, so that Irish time, so you can drive in the championship all week. There are a few spots left in that. If you wouldn't mind going into the wheel-to-wheel public server, which is at that QR code up there, go in and sign up for that, and we will get you into the championship if you do well enough. Thank you very much, Ronanosaurus, for subscribing to the channel. It's very much appreciated. You did get us off giggity numbers, but let's just deal with it. Okay. All good. Let's see where we are. We have to change over our view here because, folks, it is time to join the race. It is time to join the server for the race. That's the wrong one. We want to go onto the PlayStation view. Thank you very much. And we will join up. What are your predictions, folks? Get them in. If you're watching now and you're about to watch the race live and you don't know what happened, get your predictions in the comments down below as you're doing this, because I'm kind of curious as to where people think people are in everything, and what they think the different tracks means for the various different drivers and their abilities. So we are jumping into the server now, and it looks like we have 14 of the drivers in already, so just a couple more to join us. We have got a few more to arrive, but we have got a minute to spare. There was an update to the game this week, of course, as well, so that's obviously important. We are starting up, we are revved, we are good to go, and we are joining this race for an entertaining evening of wheel-to-wheel racing. It has been a day, folks, it's likely to be a great night too. All right. Oh, there we go. Joining the session. All good to go. Let's see how we are for drivers. It looks like we've most of the people in now at this stage. We are all good to go, and I am spectating, so we are all good to go. Let's get you to that view so you can see the and there. Supreme Bio back after a couple of weeks away, or at least I haven't seen him in a while. Maybe he was and he wasn't there last week, but he might have been anonymous over Christmas in the races that he attended, because we haven't talked much about Supreme Bio at all this season. Not as much as we thought we would, that's for sure. Again, this is a game not agreeing with people the way the other one did. And we have 7 of 19 readying up. Looks like we're good to go. Looks like we're starting the race again on, well, 1 minute late. We were a minute early last week. We're a minute late this week. I think that about says it. We are right on time every week in wheel to wheel. 0 time, folks. And we are getting to racing. Let's do it. Boom, boom, boom. Let me say well. Not Jack. Rory Drain Masterclass incoming. Sorry, Rory, your comment didn't come up on my big screen here. Not Jack. Sorry, Jack Harrison's in the house, folks, but not Jack, obviously. Yeah, Rory Drain. Another notable driver that we were expecting more out of. Now, don't get me wrong, this dude has the Williams for the remainder of this season. It's not going to be pretty. He done so well in the middle sector. Let's see how it goes. It is good to have you in, fella, and thanks for the invite during the week. I have never driven a car around these tracks. I've bought 2 games to commentate and never actually raced on either of them, 21 and 22. I haven't raced on a game since 2020, F1 2020. But one night, you know what? Maybe I'll get the old not Fantech, but the Logitech G29 out, and we will give it a go. And I will join you one of these times. Just life has its ways, folks. Life has its ways. Here we go. Let's see what we got. What do we got? We set up the whole thing. Tires enabled, and we're full track. And we just nobody moving at the moment. Normally, Buffalucas is quite quick to get out. Where's Buffalucas? We join him first because I reckon he might be the dude. Oh, hold on. We have a Ferrari. We have a Ferrari. Is that Mormick? No. It's Ironman. Let's do it. We're on board with the Ironman. He is back and he is going to make it inroads this year, this season. This last part of the season. And there's the Haas. There's Buffalucas. I bet that's Buffalucas, isn't it? I bet that's Buffalucas. See out. It is. Look, right behind. Ironman just making it out before Buffalucas. The one dude I thought was going to be out first, but he was out by a few meters late. Okay, Ironman. Let's see it, dude. You were in the top 5, I believe, 2 weeks ago. Let's get another result just like that for this season, or for this week in Monaco. High technical track. Be very careful, but you got the speed, although this is not necessarily all about the speed of the Ferrari. But the right setup could mean you're in with a good shout. Clean and to the end, that's what I say. On board with Ironman as he is first out, and he's already hit a wall. He's already hit a wall. Has he got damage? And he's round. So Buffalucas it is. Oh. There's Buffalucas right behind him. Where the fuck is Buffalucas gone? Okay, and we've got a glitch. We have a glitch. I'm assuming that Ironman hit that wall so hard that it meant that he just knocked everything off. The following application, F1 2022, has had a problem. And that might be the first of many. I hope that's just me. I hope that is just me and not anybody else. I hope that's not the game in general. It looks like it's just me. It looks like it's just me. F1 2022 just decided to shit the bed. Textbook F1 2022. Like, what the hell is that? Like, I mean, I'm just watching the race. I'm just like, hey, you're done. You're done here. You're out. Anyway, yeah, Jesus. F1 2022 has been a headache to say the least. Let's see how we go. We should be in anyway. I reckon that was Ironman's fault, just whacking into he must have hit one of my masts that I have sitting around Monaco, bringing this broadcast to you live. Oi, oi, oi. We are spectating, and it is back into the game. I don't know why I individually got kicked out there. It was purely the F1 2022 game. I have no idea what that means. Hopefully we'll have some times on the board to report when we get back. Oh, here we go. So is a hero, dude. And knockos and Supreme Boy on drain. Here we go. Not Jack. Jack. Brilliant. Calling a drain masterclass, and look, he's already in the hunt. Blue Gunner, not so good in the 117s. He's going to have a much more competitive lap than that. Is a hero out front as it happens right now, and Mayo Man on his return into second place. It's a hero, just a bit of a across there. I don't know, we call it tire saving in this game anymore. Look, let's see how Budge is doing on his fast lap as he comes around. And Iron Man, told you, he just took out my mast, one of my masts, and as a result, he is out of qualifying. He must have DNF'd into that mast. So here we go. What is Budge going ahead? He's about 58 seconds coming through sector 2 as he comes around the final very slow double right-hander and up onto the home straight, and he is going to set a 1:14, not Budge fast, but just above Drain there. I reckon Drain obviously going to have a bit more in him. Also, let's see who else is out. Mormick is on a lap just ahead of Budge as well, on a 1:14 flat. Major Jam, last season's master qualifier. It's just Angry Comedian on a lap now, on the straight first lap. On his first of his fast laps. So he is coming down around through towards swimming pool. Oh, absolutely lightning quick through there. A little tap on the left or on the right as he comes down, and brakes hard and down into the final couple of turns here. Another chicane there as he comes around onto the front straight, and he goes up and he's going to set a 1:14.1 right behind Budge. Wow, them two are going to be battling for the remainder of this season, that is for damn sure. We asked you at the start of this session, or the final 8 races, after the result where Budge came in and got a podium and stuff like that, is Budge going to catch Comedian by the end of the season and Buffalo Lucas into the wall there? Is that going to help him? 54 seconds. He's lightning quick here. He's not too worried about the old wheels there on the sideboard. He is lightning quick through that sector there. He is going to be quick coming across the line. What is he going to go for? This is good time. It's a 1:13.3. Buffalo Lucas up and above and knocking Comedian Drain down into 9th and 10th. Wow, what a time by Buffalo Lucas. He is in. He is a full-time driver and he is embracing it full on. What a debut full-time driver lap for him. Bunsey, the master as it is, 4 season 4 so far. He is miles ahead of everybody in the championship standings. He is looking like the runaway winner of season 4. We don't want to do it. Oh, there's got a few notifications there hanging out, and that is a 1:11.4. He is 1.1 second ahead of his hero. What a time! He loves this Aston, and folks, getting out in front here is key. Carbon, last week's winner, is on a lap. Let's get on to him. He is flying in this 53. He's looking like a 1:12, I want to say. A 1:12. He is on a lightning quick. He has had a turn of force for these last few races. With his first win, it was his first official win. Haven't had wins, but then lost them due to penalties. 1:12.4, and he's up into second. I knew that was quick. That was looking good, and it turns out to be. Why not see? Got a win, not much more. He is now on a lap. We will see where he stands as it comes around. Oh, look. Hold on, there's one Annosaurus further through. He is not on a fast lap. He has just retired that lap. Welsh Wizard in sector 2. He's after catching the side of the wall. There's a lot of people catching bits of walls here. That's going to be a problem. Don't want to be doing that in the race. But quali, everything about Monaco is all about the quali, and that's cutting across there. So let's get back to Why Not, wasn't it? Why Not was he's in the final sector. He's still valid. He's 52 in sector 2. 54 seconds. He's coming down to about 1:12, late 1:12, early 1:13. He's looking like if he keeps that pace up through the final sector, or if he improves, he could find himself a little higher up than that. Let's see where he's at. Little bit of a bad last sector. He lost about a couple of tenths there in that last sector compared to the pace he was on. But he is above Supreme Bio, Mormick and Chameleon. Budge, the king of going a couple of laps on the same set of tyres, now after jumping up into 5th with an improvement up to 112.5, a much better second attempt from him. Let's see, is a hero try to respond to these guys. Big knockos, 112.4. It is tight in the mid 112s. Look at that. 1 sec. Oh, and that is, oof. That was ugly. That was ugly. That is the problem with slow drivers on their warm-up lap. When guys are on a fast lap, there is not much space around here to yield. Here we go. Is a hero. Will he let this go? He'll probably go for a second one. Looks like he's using up the ERS in this lap. Looks like he's outperforming nicely. Oh, and he's tapped the back of the car, turned in too early. And Supreme Bio is out of qualification after obviously DNFing there in quali. Big knockos. Is he going again? No, he went 2 laps and still 112.4. There is a Red Bull up ahead. Ronanosaurus is our newest subscriber to the channel. What race? What a race! A wet race! Ho ho! That'll add to the calamity. Can I reduce the amount of finishers that I had? I did say 12 finishers. I might have overestimated. A wet race might be single digits, may just be single digits, considering we've had 2 people DNF in practice. Insanity. Mormick gone again. Is he on a fast lap now? This car is faster. It's just, he needs to rein it in and use it properly. That's what he needs to do entirely. Let's see what happens. As he comes around through sector 2, where does he stand? Whew. It is going to be an absolute... Oh, Mailman is on lap 2. We will join him in a minute. And Budge is back out again. We have 6 minutes left in quali. And Mormick comes through sector 2 and he is hitting... Oh, very glitchy kind of feel to this. It's jumping a little for me here. Feels like they're tapping the wall. They're doing something not quite right. Welsh Wizard and Nick Flemo still not having set a lap yet. But they are not out of it just yet. Mormick comes around through the double right-hander, the second to last kind of series of corners, and he's just abandoned that lap. Let's join Mailman as he comes back, because he is down half a second on his time. That means he's going to jump to second place at this pace. But he runs really wide, almost hitting the barrier on that turn. That's not going to help his last sector, and he is going to race to this line. And he lost some time. He did improve, but he didn't improve by nearly as much as he would have done had he not had that kind of incident. Budge coming through the last sector. This is the champ, the outgoing champ it would seem at this stage, but look at this. He is a little slow coming around through the sector and he's not going to improve on his time, but he's likely to go again, knowing our Budge. Welsh Wizard, let's see Welsh, come on Welsh, let's see you get a time in here. 47 as he comes through. That's bus stop, isn't it? No, that's not bus stop. The bus stop is in Belgium. That's I don't know the name of that turn. What the hell's the name? Folks, help me out. What's the name of that turn? He's either running late there. It's not going to do well as he comes up. He might have had a better time than this, but it's a good time. It's a 1:13 flat. That puts him into the top 10. That is not a bad banker. He does need to do another one though, and to get around and back in again, or to get out again, is going to be a tough ask at this stage, but we'll see if he can manage it. We have Elite Carbon on his lap. Can he respond to the guys who overtook him in this? Elite Carbon is laying down some late results in this championship. He likes this Haas, or this Alpha a lot. Him and Budge in the Alpha, looking strong. Budge back to 6th at the moment after Mailman jumping up into 3rd position. That was a bit of a cut there, but he's gotten away with it, not illegal. He's still warming up, he's not going for it this time. You may see if somebody else is going. Tyrannosaurus down into the hairpin, tight hairpin that causes all sorts of trouble. comes for the second sector. We will find out if he is down on his time. How is everybody, folks? Welcome to week 19 of season 4 in Wheel to Wheel. Getting the pedal down hard, and now what is he going to be as he comes through this final, into the final sector? The 53, he is on a good time. He is nearly half a second down as he comes in, and that's going to jump him up to about second. Supreme Bio, despite being DNF for quite a while, still has not been knocked out of the top 12. Interesting. And there we go. That's not good enough. A very bad last sector, but he does improve his 7th position. He might just go again. Might go just keep going. He doesn't have enough or ERS to really make a good push of it. He's a hero. Is he in a wall? Yeah, he's in a wall and he's going in. That's probably the end of his hero quality, unless he can get back out and around that track pretty quick. He might get a late run. Oh, and that's Welsh Wizard riding the curb and smacking into barriers. And that's, folks, that's what we were a little nervous about how many people we might have actually finished this race. Although it has been an incredible oh, bit jumpy there. I don't know if that's his connection or mine, but I seem to have full bars everywhere. It only happens when I jump back onto Monaco. We'll see. I don't know what's going on there for whatever reason. Puts the curb inside. He's still legal there. He didn't do a Welsh Wizard. Let's see where he stands. Can he improve in a 114? He has to improve in a 114. He's in that Ferrari, and he's much better than that, as would results that he's already had this season suggest. He's having trouble with that area, that part of the track, and he is down 3/10. It's not a lot. He will jump up a couple of places, probably just behind Blue Gunner. Comedian not likely to go again now at this stage. That is the end of his quality. We have Welsh Wizard out trying to go in and get another one. Keith Lemo up from last because he didn't set a lap to 112.5. He is going again, and is he down this time? He's going way wide and a very slow corner there. That's causing a lot of guys who are rushing into it a lot of trouble, and he is way down the time, but he'll get to go again if he wants to do it. He doesn't have a lot of ERS, but he may be able to make a run for it. Major Jam, let's have a look at Major Jam, and is he going to set a time late in this race? He is 3/10 down, and 3/10 down with a 112.9 is just going to jump him up one position, but he needs to follow that all the way through. Oh, that's a very bad corner. A lot of guys having trouble with that corner. They're sliding into that corner like it's crazy, and if it's going to be wet, that's not going to help them at all. A 112.5 takes him into 8th position as he runs inside that curb. Okay, who's on a lap and out? We have had Bunsey improve a little bit, and Big Knocko is getting into the 111s. 2 guys in the 111s, but the battles in the 112s are phenomenal. Great to see this kind of competition going on. Keith Lemo going. He's plus 2.6 seconds. He's not going to get a go again, because when he crosses the line, he's not going to be allowed to go again. Buffa Lucas is down on time, and he's hitting walls. He's bouncing around this track trying to get home in some way, shape or form. And who's that ahead of him? He's still going again. Is that Rowan? No, it's not Rowan. Buffa Lucas crossed the line in a 113. Does not improve. Monosaurus is across the line as well. And let's see, Budge going for one more lap, is he? Sector 3, he's up on his time, I think. And that's a little bit wider, but not as wide as some of the guys coming through there. This is a good time coming through the final sector. What's he going to be? What will Budge be? He's down one, and that puts him on a 3rd position. He is up to 3rd position. What a late push by Budge. All he needed was a couple of tenths, and he got them on that final attempt just to get him up onto 3rd position, because being at the front is vital in this race, and that is quality. And Budge is a rainmaster at the best of times, and he's good. He may not like this track so much, because who the hell likes Monaco? Some people, but you know, there's definitely some mental health issues for those people that they need immediate help with. That is the end of quali. What a finish and what a qualification. We have seen the problems that may just emerge during this race. We're going to have a lot of people put it into the wall or make, some sort of mistake and lose a wing. It's going to be difficult. And let's run through the standings as it happens. Bunsey setting another pole position. Big Knuckles and Budge following up on the potential podium. Mailman Elite Carbon is a hero in the top 6. Let's do it, lad. K Flemo, Major Jam, Rhonosaurus and Welsh Wizard rounding out the top 10. Mormick up to 11th, improving a lot on that time. Buffalo Lucas, why not say Rory Drain, Supreme Boy out, but staying up in 15th. With Blue Gunner, Angry Comedian 17th, not getting the time in that would have befit him. Vernie Vernon 18th. With Kaiser not setting the time either. Did Ironman as he was knocked out. He knocked himself out and took out my mast in one of my masts in Monaco that caused technical failures here early on in quali. Folks, what an absolute banger of a quali. It's given us all the insights as to the potential for this race. I gotta say, it is what it is. I am dying to see how it all unfolds, especially, folks, if we see rain. It is not rain right now. We are still waiting for players. When we join the lobby, everybody's in and we're joining the lobby, it will be very interesting to see where it stands. Boom! Wow, what a race we've got ahead of us. Folks, if you're watching this, whether you're watching it live right now, appreciate you being here, or if you're watching it later on, would you please give the stream a like and give us a subscription. We're trying to get this to the people who regularly watch the TikToks and who are involved in the server. And don't forget, folks, get on by going up into the scanning that barcode, QR code up in the top corner there. If you scan that, get onto the Wheel to Wheel public Discord and get involved with the championship, because we have had a couple of spots open in the reserve. And we will be putting on a championship, a mini championship for reserve spots. It looks like in March or April of this year, yet to be decided as far as I'm aware. You do have to be aware or available every Wednesday from 9:30 on. But if you're watching it here with us, why wouldn't you be racing? That's what I say. Let's get on there. Let's get on the Discord. And give yourself every bit of a chance to join the lads on the grid week in, week out. Reserve drivers are the ones who get promoted to full-time drivers before anybody else. So if you want to be a full-time driver, we don't get many people dropping out. We had one drop out. So we are going to have 1 or 2 spots available in the reserve spots, because Buffalo Lucas has been promoted to full-time driver as a result of being a regular reserve, filling in the gaps when requested. He has gotten as many races as some people have in the full-time position this year because he was willing to do the right thing. Get in there, get into our extravaganza of 25%er races in order to determine who should be racing with us next year. Let's see what we got. Tires. Oh, look at that. Angry Comedian is disqualified. Oh boy. And he's on the hard tires. They're going to be very, very difficult to warm up. Hard medium. You see what's going on here, folks. The longer you stay out on track, the better chances you have Well, look, it depends on safety cars. This is the problem. If you stay out and you manage to get yourself set and in some good times, it is incredibly difficult to overtake on any level on this track. So overtakes being, very difficult, you want grid position and going long without relying on safety cars. Grid position is the way to do it, and that's what people are thinking here. Only Verne going with the soft tires. Maybe he's expecting a safety car early on and thinking, hey, I can get to a certain lap and I can do it. There's Comedian, who was disqualified. He's going to have cold, hard tires to begin this race. Ouch. That is an ouch. So, there we are. As we line up for it, we will, as tradition has it, put it on the position change, and we will see where things stand as this race begins. This is a tight first corner and up the hill into the second corner. So let's see. We have got a bend on the top before the first corner, but not that top. And it is good to go. We don't have any lights. We don't have the fly light. I can see the fly light there because it's behind. And look at that. It's the Alpine. This has been the case the last 3 weeks, where Big Knockos takes the initiative straight away by taking first position on the first lap. Bunsey has traditionally come back from that, but on this course, that's going to be incredibly difficult. Angry Comedian all the way back to 20th, and we already have two DNFs on this track. Angry Comedian, 5-second penalty for colliding with Verne. What in the name of God is going back on at the back of the grid? And folks, do we already have? Oh, Mother of Divine Christ! Oh, and everybody's out. 10-second time penalty for Is a Hero. Everybody's out. Grid penalties, everybody's out, but it's chaos. Absolute damn chaos. So that obviously, with that in mind, they're going to restart this race. Rory draining multiple penalties. Ellie Jarman with 1,000 penalties, just as a matter of interest, folks. What are the penalties? 23 seconds, 20 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. And there we have everybody who is leaving the lobby. Everybody's going to leave the lobby. We're going to leave the lobby as well, folks. And we will come back. Quit to main menu. Well, folks, we said it was going to be an interesting race, and damn if it didn't start in a bit of a contentious way. Chameleon went all the way to last place on those cold hard tires. Yeah, appreciate the info there for the restart. We are out. Thanks, Bunsey, for that. We are waiting. We are waiting in the waiting room of the Formula One tent. Oh, what's this? Master starter, yeah. Knockos could be first by T1. He certainly is. Or he certainly could, and he certainly was. Wet race. There's a lot of good info that comes from Spider-Man, but he throws in something there that we, in order for us to throw us off on which is the good news and which is the news official and which is the speculation. Anyway, appreciate everything you bring to us. The good Spider-Man. Restarting. What a start to this race. Let's see where we're at. Have we got an invite? Nope, not yet. We will wait for the invite to the lobby. Folks, you've seen it. It's the start of it. You've seen how it went. How is the race going to go? How's the race going to go? Let's see what... I'm going... I'm going Big Knockos win, Mayo Man second, Budge third. Prime Gary Tracy. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. I'm going. I reckon. Yeah, I think a Knockos win because I think he's capable of getting out front like that again. I think he's got the faster car off the start. He is a master starter. The problem is he doesn't finish as well as he starts all the time. I'm putting Bunsey off the podium. That's a big one. I can't. Oh, it's hard not to give Bunsey a podium or a win, or podium, let alone a win. No, I'm going to stick with it. Knockos, Mayo on his return in second, and Budge in third. I think they're the type of drivers who are likely, considering their position. Bunsey, it's possible. I mean, Bunsey's ridiculous around here. Or he's ridiculous, full stop. I just think he's going to lose some time at the start, and if people start pushing him on better tires, is he going to lose a couple of places early? But folks, the fact is, and it's fairly obvious that it's likely we're going to have multiple DNFs, probably multiple safety cars. Rory Drain. Where do we think Rory Drain? I'm going to give Rory Drain sixth. And I think Comedian scores points because he is no longer back at the grid anymore. Oh no, he is 17, doesn't he? No, he doesn't know that. If he's as frustrated as he looks when he's driving around there, probably not. But multiple safety cars can mean anybody can. This can be anybody's race. These races don't always come down to the fact that the guys who have scored in regular. There's Elite Carbon, man. And Kay Flemo showed some promise there too. Oh, Elite Carbon. Oof. Bunsey fourth, Elite Carbon fifth. I'll go with that. I'm going to go with Elite Carbon in fifth. Yeah. Look, who knows with the way this race is probably going to be set up. Today's race is, of course, brought to you by Mind Management, the board game, and Risk Godstone. For those of you who like board games, the Meeps champ is a big board game fan, and he will be bringing you board game content very shortly. We are just waiting for the race to restart and our invite to get into the lobby. They are obviously resetting the grid as it was at the end of quali. It takes a little bit of time. Get your predictions in. Yeah, good old Gary. It's a bit harsh though. Is it warranted? Probably. Is it harsh? Absolutely. Is it funny? Yeah, it's all right. I don't know. It's something. In other news, I suppose we could bring that the Meeps is now 1 year older. I know, he doesn't look it. Meeps doesn't age. I do have surgery every few years in order to, simulate the aging process for me. Because people get nervous around people who don't age. They don't like seeing you. It's like Data in Star Trek. That he has to simulate his aging. People don't like it. So some say that Meeps has surgery to simulate the aging process to make everybody else in wheel to wheel comfortable. Looks like we are. No, yeah. Lee Carbon dying to get back out on the track. Vernie Vern is having trouble with his equipment. And we're not talking about his wheel, because we're talking about his pedal. He's having pedal trouble. That is live from the Vernie Vern is disqualified. No, he won't. I don't think he'll be disqualified. Coming live from the pits, the Red Bull of Vernie Vern is stranded and having trouble. They cannot get it back into the garage, and he may not feature in this race. Zero time once again. We are just waiting for everybody to get us back in again. Folks, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We really appreciate the support. Little Meeps over here, just trying to bring content to people that are friends of his. We're not necessarily trying to be world beaters here. I'm just trying to do something that maybe entertains once, twice a week for those who are inclined to come in and view. Appreciate y'all. Oi, 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 oi. What a day. So, big knockos, Mayo Man Budge, Bunsey is a hero, Drain. A top 6 for you. A top 6. Let's see how that stands at the end of this race. Top 6 for those who are interested. At this stage, people haven't, or if you're watching it even after the fact, get your comments down below. Put them in. Put in the comments down below and say who you think is going to win if you're going to watch this live to the end and you don't know what happened to the result. Let's see if I can get the comment in here. Okay. Yep. Oi, 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 oi. Ay caramba. Let's see. So I'm going to put my comment down in here and see what happens. So we're saying number 1. Knuckles. Number 2. Mailman. Number 3. Budge. Number 4. Bunsey. We're going to join that invitation that we've got. Sorry, just 1 second. Bunsey. 5. Carbon. And 6. What do we say? Drain. Or D. Okay, that is my top 6. That may be ambitious for some of those drivers, but and to be honest, I am not dispelling completely some of the other drivers who are there. This is going to be a ding-dong battle to the end, I have to imagine, because we're going to have multiple safety cars and multiple We're going to have multiple safety cars, and we're going to have multiple DNFs and things like that. So get your top 6 in there. Or get your top 3. I'll take top 3. Podium, how is it standing? I'm in. Spectating. And it looks like we're all good to go. And very, very there. The Red Bull must have done a masterclass of getting that car ready to get back out, as they always do. It is damn cold. Let's see. Let's see. A lot of invitations going out there, to be fair. A lot of invitations going out there. Really appreciate it. They're all to jump back in. We are spectating. We are ready. Everybody has picked their car, it looks like. Looks like the grid is full. Oh, there we go. That is my top 6. Knockos, Mailman, Budge, Bunsey, Elite Carbon, Brewery Train. Just waiting on Supreme Boy what would turn out. This is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one, I have to say. I just don't know. Like, I mean, it doesn't look like we're going to have any. Doesn't look like we're going to have any rain. Didn't look like that the last time when we came out. It was dry, so they would reset to whatever the conditions were for the race as it was first realized. But we've seen real issues real early on lap 1. It'll be interesting, needless to say. I don't know what else to tell you, folks. We are just waiting for the race to kick off. We are in the lobby. We are waiting. And looks like we're just waiting on maybe one driver to get back in. No, they're in. Looks like everybody's in. Angry Comedian is a spectator. Why is Angry Comedian a spectator? I'm in. Looks like we're good to go. Angry Comedian is a spectator. Why is Angry Comedian a spectator? Why isn't he in his Alpine? There shouldn't be 2 spectators. Chameleon is the one that's waiting. We're waiting on. Interesting. Okay. For those who are watching afterwards, as I say, get your comments before you watch the race live. Get your comments in down below and say who you think is going to win. Because I do look back at the comments that go on the videos. There's been a few. An Angry Comedian is a spectator in Monaco. We are having F1 2022 difficulties. That is for damn sure. Oh, what is going on? So unless Chameleon changed his status, Chameleon is not in this race. Look, I didn't pick him in my top 6. Oh, isn't it just? We are about to begin. Countdown is on. Let's do it. Wowzer. And looks like we're still waiting for people. Yeah, there's just people in the group getting invited in. Just waiting. I don't know what's happening. Are we having technical difficulties with this game once again? Is this the end of Monaco? Are people just going to accept quali as a result and get the flock out of here? Because quite frankly, that might be the best way to decide Monaco. It's incredible. This is incredible. But then everything about this is incredible. Jesus Christ. Thank you all for enduring this with me. Really appreciate you if you want to comment or thereabouts, if you're so inclined. John Hutton. Yeah, Risk. John. Yeah, Risk, John. It's Godstorm, so it doesn't really count.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Comedian. What's going on with you?
Need to somehow mute fucking Meeps there.
Yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you did. Okay. We are on the warm-up lap, and it looks like Comedian is not racing in this race as predicted. He was on his spectator mode for whatever reason.
Why can't I fucking mute Meeps?
We shouldn't be in spectating.
Not do. Okay, that's muted Meeps.
How do you do that?
Oh, what a fucking disaster, lads. What a disaster.
Have to do this quickly. So, voice chat's gone, hopefully. Now, and we will begin this. Knockos and Mailman not getting on the grid as the way I would imagine, or I'd like to. I can never get the forward view on this. It just doesn't want to give it to me. And we are a long wait, and gone. And coming up into turn one, it is tight. Everybody getting through, it looks like. Looks like we got through. As they work their way up into turn two. What a great start by everybody. Why not losing one place, but Budge this time retaining his place, as does Bunsey. Knockout not getting that pass early on like he did the last time out. Oh, what an opportunity. What an opportunity for Bunsey to win this race now. Get out ahead and win, and that's what I get for not putting them on the podium. More Mick and Rory Drain having a ding-dong battle at the back, it would seem. It is close, but it is still more Mick ahead. As we come around, and it's already opening up quite a lot. Budge, Knockos, all out of DRS. They don't have it right now, but they are out of it. So is a Hero Major Jam, and maybe just a little space of 1 second is what they need in order to make sure that they do this right. This is going to be an interesting race. The closest we have Elite Carbon, he is up at the 5th, that is the position I predicted him at. We have everybody in top. We have 4 of the top 6 that I predicted so far in the top 6, not in the order necessarily that we predicted them in. But some of the people who gave up some last time did not give up this time. Okay, as we come around. Ooh, bit wobbly there from Elite Carbon, and it is close behind, but nobody is making any. And the problem, folks, is that we're going to have 39 laps of something similar to this. It is going to be difficult to overtake, but we're going to have to wait till we see something bad. And there is Drain to the back into the pits, the first to pit. 3-second time penalty for corner cut, and that is Drain out of my top 6. That's for damn sure and glad I put him in 6th and not in 5th. We're now only counting the top 5. How about that? Can I do that? Can I put off 6? I did go deep into the predictions. Anyway, Bunsey replacing Drain in my top 6 if that's what I can do. But no, I think we stick by it for now anyway. Because anything can happen at this stage. And look at the distances opening up at the front, because it is not easy to follow closely around here. This is going to be the way it is. Bunsey with a fastest lap, obviously early on in the race from 15s, pulling away from big Knockos. Let's see where they stand as regards to ERS. Decal, that's not on. That's crazy. Why wasn't that on? Interval. We go now to stops. Or sorry, tires. There are the tires. It was as they were before. Bernie Byrne taking his tires. Softs and everybody else taking what they were supposed to. That is the rules as it would happen in Wheels Wheel. There we go. So DRS or ERS not being used hugely at the moment, as Knockos is falling a little bit further back than we would have imagined. And it is 1 second back to everybody. Elite Carbon is the only one in the top 5 inside DRS for when it becomes active on this lap. But the problem is, folks, these battles are going to be very difficult, and it is going to take a mistake to cause overtakes realistically. You don't want to be banging too much into the walls. It is close, but look how close Elite Carbon is to Mailman. Mailman not having started Hollywood. There's a second almost of the time for Bunsey. It looks like somebody ran wide there. No. Budge, moving up. Moving up behind Knockos, he is in the DRS. That will help him pull a little away from Mailman. Budge now down to 63% on his ERS. Ooh. Made a jam up a position there. He has already got a penalty. goes just outside the DRS zone as it comes down to point straight. Okay, he's not going to get the ERS or the DRS. Nope. Buffalo Lucas making move. Looks like Kay Clem was having some trouble early on. Oh, and these teammates are going at it. Bit of a wobble, and we have trouble at the top. And this is what was said. Once there's an accident, once there is an accident, and it is major jam, and major jam is hooked up. Oh, there he is, he's out. Back to the back, and we have a sector 1 issue. Looks like Buffalo Lucas is there, is back. He had a bit of a bang. He's going to have to do some soul searching now for the rest of this race. Multiple warnings, a lot of penalties coming early in this race. If one thing will help Budge in this race, it will be, of course, the penalties and the lack thereof for him. He is not inclined to do that. Major Jam, Rory Drain having an absolutely horrible time to start this race. Supreme Boyle as well at the back. 0 laps on those cards. Buffalo Lucas 3-second time penalty. The corner putting must be on super serious, because this is incredible. We have 6 people with penalties for corner putting already in this championship. There's Buffalo Lucas with another one. And Buffalo Lucas, I imagine, is just trying to get back to the pits to change that damn wing. Tyrannosaurus is in. They changed something as well. Is it? Yep. So there's a couple of people. Comedian not even getting to race today. So it looks like we're clear. Free and clear. And it is as you were at the top 5. Elite Carbon, Mailman, Budge, Knockos and Funky in first place. This is incredible stuff. All the Bs again this week at the top 3 positions. We're just missing Buffalo Lucas and Blue Gunner. Let's see who else is close. So we have a bit of distance between big Knockos, a 5-second gap already. That could essentially be wiped out by a safety car, of course. Budge going longer than Knockos, and wondering will that pay off in the big speed. Normick up to 8th position. Okay, Camel in 9th as he was. Why not see into Kevin? It looked like he got a bit held up in all that traffic back there. 7 drivers now with penalties in this race so far, and we're only on lap 7. Insane. Really Baron on his soft tyres paying off early. If he gets a safety car early in this race, his strategy may have been the one to go with. Tyrannosaurus on new soft tyres. He's obviously thinking, I need to make an impact now. Rory Drain finally overtaking some people there. Iron Man is back and out of the top 10 once again. Buffalo Lucas made jam again. Oh, and just spinning everywhere is Major Jam. He is not enjoying this race whatsoever. Okay, Major Jam maybe not long for this race. So we've had one DNF already, which is essentially our DNS, which is the Angry Comedian. So will we have 12 as I predicted? Is a hero in 7th, Welsh Wizard in the other Mercedes in 6th. This is all going to be very interesting. Elite Carbon is giving Mayo a horrid time in 4th position as he maintains maximum pressure. There we are. Is a hero now joins the back of this pack. As it turns out, Mailman is becoming a bit of a wedge in this area. He falls 3 seconds behind Budge. Very, very big spread at the top for the top lads. As long as there's no safety cars, that may be as we stay. It may stay as we are. Tyrannosaurus is back in the pits getting more tires. He is going to get hard this time. Major jam, 2 laps on those mediums, and praying that this race ends soon. Hopefully he's hoping for a red flag at this stage. 3-second time penalty for Blue Gunner. He is the 8th person, I think, with a penalty now. That's insane. 8 of 19 drivers already with penalty. Anyway, very spread out at the top. As I said, this is the problem with Monaco. You're going to see a lot of this. You'll see a lot of this close following and these nice battles with very, very little overtaken in the end of it all. So we have the 2 Mercedes go in 6th and 7th going at it. Currently is a hero sitting in 6th overall as a result of that Welsh Wizard penalty. Penalty situations. Let's check what it is. Penalties are all 3 seconds for Buffalo Lucas in last place with 6. So he had an absolutely monstrous start to his first race up until this, but now he finds himself in a tough position. Okay. Will there be team orders at Mercedes to let him go? It is difficult to say, but look at Dave Fleming's 12 seconds back from Is a Hero, and that was an overtake of Buffalo Lucas by the Mercedes duo. That's insane at this early in the race. Welsh Wizard and Is a Hero, they have swapped positions. That is interesting. Is that team orders? Oh no, they're going back at it again. Welsh Wizard didn't appreciate being overtaken and he's going at it again. So we caught one of the only overtakes possible. Oh, and we have Vernie Vern around. Or no, he's just into the pits to get rid of those soft tyres. Didn't work out the way he thought, but he is going to go hard now. Safety car now would be even good for him, as he would catch right up and jump up a lot of spaces as he comes out, hugging that yellow line, and look at that. Oof. Major Jam just getting out ahead of him, or getting ahead of him as a result of that stop, and Major Jam will have to stop again in the race. Well, it depends on the safety car. Okay. Let's see, so we're not having much action. Welsh Wizard and Is a Hero is the closest battle on track. The Mercedes duo going mental. 3 second time penalty for Kaiser Gunner. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 drivers of the 19 driving. We don't have any other DNF other than Comedian, technically, but there's a long way to go on this race yet. And as tiredness sets in near the end of the race, we're going to have mistakes made and we're going to have people in walls. There is Buffalo Lucas following a lap down after 9 laps. Let's see, Elite Carbon now back on the back of Mayo as they come around swimming pool. If you want to know Miami, that's what a real harbour looks like with real boats in it. Just going to say, Welsh Wizard with another penalty. That's going to be detrimental to him in this race. He is going to give up a ton of positions if he keeps backing up the point. Although saying that, everybody behind him has bar Mormick and Vernie Vern have penalties at this stage. Welsh Wizard is into the pits, new wing and a new set of tyres, and that's going to drop him down the ranks. This is what we said, folks. This is what Monaco is. It's wings and no passing. And everybody is so damn spread out, we almost wish for some rain or a safety car. 3 second time penalty for Ironman, corner pudding. We have 10 drivers of the 19 now with penalties. Mormick, staying clean will be massive for Mormick. If he can go, if he can, he is out away from everybody. He's got a clean race ahead of him. If he stays there, he will make inroads. Just depends on how many penalties he has personally. He is catching up a little bit. Another penalty for Buffa Lucas. Buffa Lucas, the highest penalty guy right now. 3, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. And it's all spread out at the front, folks. It's not much going on in this regard. Like, but look at Monaco's 5 seconds back from the master, from this season's champion-elect. 5.3 seconds behind. He's not even in view as he comes around through that slow bend. It is a masterclass by Buncey once again, and that's what I get for leaving him off. Budge coming up behind, it looks like Bernie Byrne. He passed him there, he lapped him. Interesting stuff going on there, but Budge is a little closer than he was to the Alpine of Knuckles. Interesting, we did see him catching up on somebody there just a minute ago. Who will he catching up on this time? It looked like a green car, which is Major Jam. Well, Budge, just a bit of it. I think that's the graphics, to be honest. Just a bit of a switch there. But he is chasing down the back marker of Major Jam. Everybody up to Budge is up to everybody, including Major Jam. Okay, we are so spread out, folks. It's just Supreme Bio now on the back of Rory Train, and this has got action written all over it. So let's watch these two as we come into the middle stage of this race. We have the first third of this race over, and we're now in the middle sector essentially. These are the guys that are closest on track. And they are showing that they may yet make a push, but I still did keep Rory Drain. Oh, Welsh Wizard has retired in the pits. Oh my god, there's another DNF. Have we a safety car? Was he in the pits? Was he in the pits when he retired? I think I saw him being in the pits, so it was a yellow flag. Yeah, I think we're all right. So Welsh Wizard, the second of people to not finish this race. We did say 12. There is the Mercedes of Is a Hero overtaking Bernie Byrne. Let's see if Budge is caught up to the back of. I think he's overtaken Ironman, another 3-second time penalty. The guys from 7 down, apart from Mormick and Bernie Byrne, are struggling penalty wise. And Supreme Bio apparently after seeing there, sorry. But very few people beyond Is a Hero now at this stage, and not having a penalty. And Buffa Lucas' race is going from bad to worse as he penalties. Is 15 seconds. He may yet be disqualified. Ironman up to 9. That's their 2 races are destroyed now by that stat, with the way they are, or the penalties that they have. But we have a lot to do yet. We are 16 laps into this race, and we still have we have the first of the medium runners at the front going in, and that is Nailman. He is going in, and he's getting a new wing. He's not. He's just going to have a normal stop, and he will come out. Let's watch the first of the stops and where they come out afterwards. I think he will come out in front of Mormick by a long way. And there's Mormick. Jeez, it wasn't a long way at all. He made up a ton of that time. And he made a ton of that time, but Mormick yet to stop. So, Buffa Lucas, 15 seconds in penalty and fastest lap, because that makes complete sense. Wow. I don't know what to do with that. 15 seconds in penalties and fastest lap. It's all or nothing for Buffa Lucas today, it would seem. Wow. Thank you to everybody who's joined in. Get your comments in. Tell us what you're thinking. How is this going to finish? Budge is on the hards. Bunsey is on the hards. And we have Knockout, the second of the front runners, come in who was on the medium. Now, we were looking at Mayo Man who came in first. This is where we kind of should watch a few things. As Budge overtakes and so does Elite Carbon. Where does Mayo Man come out in relation to Knockout? You have to imagine he had more than enough time. Is a hero also going in for those cards on the last stint? Having the faster tyres at the end is all very, very well and good. But if you lose too much time in the interim, Kay Flemo with a 3-second time penalty. So, Big Knocko's out ahead of Kay Flemo, who separates Mayo Man. So, not a ton of time, about 8 seconds between himself and Big Knocko's from Mayo. But that was kind of the distance that we had already seen already. Big Knocko's in fourth position. He is about 14 seconds behind Budge. So Budge is the 15 seconds right now is the advantage for Budge. What will it be? There's Bernie Byrne getting overtaken once again. Overtaken, I know it's me. Okay, so let's look at the advantage Budge has. He's already down to 14 seconds it looks like. So Big Knockos will enjoy these laps on these good tyres. And as you said folks, it is sometimes just going to be about road position. Budge is in to change those soft tyres, or those hard tyres to a set of mediums. He is the first of the hard runners at the front. Elite Carbon and Bunsey going long. Now, is this Bunsey's time to react? Bunsey is not too worried about an undercut. Budge is coming out, and there is Big Knockouts and Kay Flemo have overtaken him. He hasn't lost any time. He won't have to worry about Bernie Byrne, and that is folks. It looks like, is that a yellow sector 3? Is somebody DNF on track? Let's follow Mick around here. Buffa Lucas. Iron Man letting somebody by there, but no safety car. So Korean Bio is overtaking Ronosaurus for the umpteenth time. So Budge, it is Elite Carbon and Kay Flemo still to stop yet in this race. You have back markers being overtaken all over the place, and Mayo Man hitting walls and taking names, it would seem. He wants a piece of every wall as he goes around this track. Let's see where we're at. Budge is right on the back of Kay Flemo at this stage, so, and he doesn't have to stop. He doesn't want to lose too much time behind the guy on 18 lap old mediums. And we do have Elite and Bunsey on. We have a sector 2. Somebody's around in sector 2, it would seem, or at least somebody's letting somebody by, maybe a back marker. Who knows? But here we go. We have 3 people not finishing in this race, and it is the Haas that Budge used to be driving, which is now occupied by Kay Flemo. Let's see how he attacks this. Will he overtake him on this long straight? Will he be in a position to? He has to be in a much better position tyre-wise. But is the faster car, and the faster car is going to be enough. This is a tight push. He doesn't want to be held up too much by Iron Man here. Or sorry, by Flemo. Iron Man with another set of penalties there. Worry Drain in and back in again. Iron Man has DNF. He is in the pits, it looks like. And nobody's on track, it seems. And no safety car. Safety car now will be devastating for those who are on the who have already had their pit, because it will give those who haven't pit a big opportunity. Here's Elite Carbon, who is coming out now, and he is overtaken by Bernie Byrne. That might be just a little bit of a hold up for Elite Carbon. Budge, it is as you wear, folks. Nothing too interesting. Budge getting held up majorly here by the Haas of Cam. Not willing to risk anything though because he is on a podium. This is going to be insane. Let's see where we are after the thing. This is the closest battle on track. Everybody is either overtaken. Look at that takeaway. Look, it's derating by the Haas. So he's derating, but he's still pulling away. Budge did not get a great exit out of that corner. Kaiser Gunner in a battle at the back. He is on the fresh mediums, going to the end now. Lee Carbon with a 3-second time penalty. That is 3, 6, 9, 11, 12 people who have had, 14 people who have had penalties. We need 5 drivers remaining without penalties in this race so far. So Mormick in a great position in 9th where he has no penalties and he has done his stop. He will go to the end. Is Budge's race being hampered here by the fact that he's being held up by Kay Clemmer, who insists on going 20 laps on these mediums? Interesting to see. Budge needs an opportunity. And that might be his opportunity right there. That might be his opportunity right there. That is. Oh, there it is. And that's it. He's done it. Kay Flemo has nothing to fight with there. And now that is the end of that. Bunsey is in for his stop. Big knockouts. What is the time differential? He is coming around through the final sector here up onto the pit straight. But Bunsey is exiting the pits. What will be the difference? He is coming out and around through T1. And we have, it is down to 4.1 seconds. But here's the thing, he's on fresh medium for the rest of this race. He is sitting pretty. Kay Flemo, after holding Budge up for all that time, is gone in for his new tyres, and we will see where he stands. Mormick, major down 3-second time penalty. Kay Flemo came out just before Mormick. Blue Gunner is still yet to stop. Mormick on those 91 tyres should be on the back of Kay Flemo soon enough. The problem is passing here, as we've already seen, is extremely difficult. Here we go. Mayo Man now is 4 seconds. It is really spread out at the top. But Elite Carbon has got himself into this. The only problem, Elite Carbon, the first of the people in the top half of the table with penalty points. Or sorry, with seconds penalties. And that is not going to help Mayo Man. Because Mayo Man is being tussled around by Elite. But I think I picked Elite for exactly 5th, Budge in 3rd, Knockles and Bunsey. I had Knockles for the win, and Mayo Man, I had Mayo Man and Knockles in top 10. I got 4 top 6, I think, as it happened right now. So, that is where we are right now. It looks like Kay Flemo with the penalty. And that is going to be news that's going to be great news for Mormick, who, if he catches up on some of these drivers, he is going to make up maybe 1, maybe 2 positions. He certainly will if he catches up on Kay Flemo. Might be too much to ask, depending on the penalty situation. Let's have a look at the penalty situation. Wow, Flemo, he is definitely getting Flemo, but the other 3 guys ahead have only got 3 seconds. Flemo is going to rue those 9 seconds in penalties. That's crazy. Bunsey fastest lap on his new tyres, as is expected, and he's going to coast home with 24 laps left in this race. A fairly mundane race. We've had 4 people DNF. We have 16 finishes as it stands. 4 more to get the 12 that we predicted. Who we predicted to go out. Certainly, some of the people who have not finished today are people we are shocked by. I think it's Mealing's first DNF technically. Mailman putting a little bit, or is catching right, or Elite Carbon has made that pass. Mailman has decided he's not getting involved in that battle too much. He has no DRS to fight with, and Carbon doesn't really either. So Carbon has put a second between him and Mailman. The 4-lap old mediums looking awesome there for him. Hey Flemo all over the back of Blue Gunner. Blue Gunner just, you know what, I don't need to stop in this race at all. Although he may have stopped, but on maybe lap 1 or 2, was it? No, Blue Gunner's the only person not to have stopped so far. We have 3 stops for Monaco. Everybody else with 1 except for Rory Drain with 2. The 2-stop strategy by Rory Drain. So here we are, folks, as we find ourselves on going on through and on to lap 25 for these 2 drivers. Here we are. Mormick finds himself in net P8 right about now. He will be P7 at the end of this race. That's another good finish for him. He needs to start putting results like that together more often. It's good. Man. Big gaps at the top. Elite Carbon is 6 seconds off. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, and then 1.6. So Elite Carbon may yet take 4th position off of Mailman, depending on how those tyres look in 13 laps. But it is as you were at the top, and a stroll for Bunsey as he comes around. And it looks like he's caught up with once he's caught up with Rolanosaurus. Is that a double overtake? It may very well be. Bunsey with the clinic again today. And Mormick is up because Blue Gunner is in to change that wing and change them tyres to medium for the rest of the lap. He's going to go 13 laps on those mediums. Why not see is up tonight. Great jump for him. Now, Kay Flemo with 9 seconds is only 2.8 seconds ahead of Mormick. He is going to give that position up to Mormick at the end. Is a Hero is still making a push at this stage, and he looks like he may retain that spot because he's opened a massive gap back to Kay Flemo of 18 seconds. So only 1 position for Mormick at this stage expected. Bit of a cut there from Is a Hero, I would have said. But Is a Hero into the top 6. Mailman holding on to Elite Carbon. He hasn't given this up yet. Is this a case of, yes, he built up that ERS quite a bit. Tyrannosaurus with a 5-second penalty because he was ignoring blue flags. Ouch. Let's push him back. So everybody bar 5 drivers, as I said, have penalties. And those who are DNF have penalties also. 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And this is the closest battle on track, folks. There's a 9-second gap up to Budge in the podium positions. So they are fairly safe, provided we do not have a DNF and a safety car to give us a clinical finish. Angry Comedian. It's a DNF. You start quali. A DNS is when you just don't start. I'm counting it. You were on the first race and you DNF'd on it anyway, so it's a DNF. 5 people DNF'd, and that's Rolanosaurus. Has he gone into the pits? I think he went into the pits. We'll tell now. As very drained if you pass the idea. It counts. I'm sorry, Comedian, but it counts. You started the race. You didn't restart the restart. Oh, ooh, and that was who was that? That was Rory Drain's car. Sorry, that was Renanosaurus's car coming back out of the pits. It doesn't matter. It's what I'm counting it as. You can take it as you like it yourself. That's how I'm taking it. You didn't start the restart. You started the race. The race was just restarted, and you didn't restart that. You did start the race, and you did quali. So it is what it is. I call it a DNF. You just didn't bother. I don't know what happened. You did start. You didn't start the restart. You started the race. 3-second time penalties. These penalties are not knocking up now. Let's see how they affect. But I appreciate it. Look, man, I'm taking the fucking piss, like, obviously. But it's a technicality that you could actually look at. Why not see with a penalty now? That probably solidifies Mormick's position. Mormick losing some time against Kate Lemo there. Your car moved on the track, didn't it? On the first one. Your pedals. Well, I thought it was a Vern's pedals or your pedals? It was your pedals that malfunctioned. Did they get stuck? Anyway, we're watching Vernie Vern here. Who? So that was Vern that was saying that, was it? It was your pedals that got stuck. You started the race. Sorry, you started the race on screen here. I don't know. They weren't working at all. Oh, Vern does not pedal. I thought that, which is why I thought it. Sorry, he made the comment. He made the comment in the Discord. Oh, look at this battle coming up and around the final corner. That's crazy. Major Jam trying to make an inroads on a front runner. Is that big knuckles that he's on the back of? It frickin' is! Major Jam trying to take his position back live. I thought that, but I saw him say something about pedals being stuck or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. But he was obviously talking about your pedals. That's crazy. Well, sorry for that, man. You didn't enjoy quali the way either, it seems. You're obviously having trouble with there as well. But what about that? Is that going to be reviewed, folks? Major Jam tackling one of the front runners as it happens, and Budge is after gaining about 2 or 3 seconds there just alone, purely based on the fact that Knuckles is now involved in a race with a back marker and getting a lot of shtick to go with it. Blocked your hot lap for Mailman block with a volleyband. Is interesting there. What do you think of that battle there between? I know Major Jam has the right to lap himself, and he has done, but he's interfering in the race a little bit, isn't he? And look at that, Budge is almost within 1 second of Knuckles as a result of all that. Knuckles is having a terrible stint now. What is going on? Are we having Supreme Boyle going into the pits? No, we're just having a battle between Kaiser, who is now up to 11th. Let's have a look at the penalties, folks, because that's what the most important thing is at this stage. Supreme Boyle, you know what it is? It looks like Kaiser just might be able to do enough if he has a good finish to this race to catch up. But why not? He needs 6 seconds, 7 seconds about. Man blocking the quali lap, that's harsh, alright. And Ronanosaurus is out of this race. We have 5 people not in the race now who did start at some stage or another. Obviously a comedian bringing up the news of what's going on in his camp there. The Alpine curse remains. And there is a blue flag. Elite Carbon getting another 3-second penalty. I'm going to leave the second penalties on for now because this is going to be big. And Supreme Bio has DNF. Major Jam up to 12th. He is chasing down Kaiser. A bit of a stretch now for Major with a 6 seconds penalty. But look at this. Fudge has overtaken Knockos in all of that Ferrari. Knockos is not enjoying this final stint. Is he losing a ton of time? He's having trouble with back markers. Is there damage to the wing? Let's jump on board with Fudge and look back. You can't just see there. It looks like his end plates are still on, but that's crazy. So that would explain a little bit, I suppose, why. That would explain a little bit why, I suppose, Knockos was having trouble with Major Jam on the back markers. Verne now back on, or now has surpassed Supreme Boyle, has one lap himself for him. So he is sitting in 14th position. So we only need 2 more to DNF to meet my quota for what I said. I said we'd have 12 finishes in this race. Fudge is miles behind Bunsey, who is honestly, like, if this keeps happening, he's going to be in trouble. Flemo now might be unfortunate enough, if he keeps that up, to be actually giving even Blue Gunner a shot at this stage with those kind of penalties. This is insanity. Elite Carbon has 6 seconds in penalties, and Mormick is pushing hard here. So it is still all to play for. Is a Hero into the top 5? My man, Hero, let's do it! Mailman, 9 seconds behind Knockos, and Knockos clearly struggling as he falls out of the DRS of Fudge, who is now in 2nd place, and it is a 1-2 as predicted by the ever accurate statistical odds that Comedian presents in the betting odds. Unbelievable by him. Fudge unhindered. I told you Fudge likes this track. We may not like it as much as most, but he is good at it. He is, and there's a lot of people who just don't like this track full stop. And Mormick going to benefit. Is a Hero and Elite Carbon having a battle. Hero still net P5 as it happens. But Big Knockos is pushing back. He has said, no, Fudge, this is not done yet. This is not done yet. So 2 more DNFs. And that is a Hero losing out to Cape Nemo once again, because he has gone in to the pits. And Mormick is now net P6. This is what a clean race does. This is exactly what I said he needed to do, was clean and efficient. And with that car, he should bring it home pretty good. It's 34 laps left, 5 laps remaining. So this is going to be a nice doozy of a finish for Is a Hero. He does have 3 seconds and is 14 behind, so there's a lot to make up. But he does have fast tires, and he is in the top 10, which means he can take that fastest lap. Here it is. Oh, Knockos! Bit of a loses a bit there on the final corner, and Fudge gets a big break. And there we have it. That looks like it might just be enough. That might just be enough. Fudge has 50% almost in ERS, and Knockos is derating as he tries to catch up some way, somehow. 1.6 seconds now behind, rather than he lost a whole second, and we are gone. It looks like another game crash. Oi, we will be right back to the race for the final couple of laps in just a moment. Oh, it is chilly. We will be right back, folks. Yeah, the game just crashes. Appreciate the invite there. We will be right back. Join. It's the game crashing, which is very strange. I don't know what it is about the game. I did update it. update 1.7, I think it was. It was ready and done there yesterday. We will be back with you. How's it going, folks? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Classic F20 to F1 2022, as Knockjack would say. Let's do it. We're back. We just have to get the last couple of laps here. Welcome in, everybody. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing to the channel, it would be very, very much appreciated. Let's see where things stand. Has Budge pushed his advantage further? He is on very, very old medium tyres at this stage, but those penalties are massive. 37 laps done, and it is as you wear, but big knockouts right on the back of Budge. There is the battle to the end. This is what we're looking at. But its grid or place on the track is where it's at. Runs a bit wide in that corner, did Knockouts, and he doesn't get to attack this time. Only 2 laps remaining, and it is very difficult to overtake here. So Budge getting a bit of time there. Big Knockouts is getting back up behind Budge. Mayo is 8.2 seconds behind now. He's gained a second there, not enough obviously. And Mormick is now 12 seconds behind Flemo. For whatever happened to him, he had a bit of a wobble obviously. He is not going to get 6th position from Flemo. And we are down to 13 drivers. We need one more in the final couple of laps. This is the battle, folks, for the last 2 laps. We are on the penultimate lap here as we're coming around. This is the battle to watch, but Big Knockouts just not getting up behind Budge close enough. And where's the standard? It's 32 for Budge, and it is 17 for Knockouts. So he is eventually going to run out of opportunity in time. We are on lap 28 as Budge is 20 seconds behind Bunsey, the leader. What an absolute masterclass. And this is the second to last lap. Coming around to sector 3. Through the tunnel and into Swinford. Budge taking it home carefully. And look at this, Mayo now making a push. Mormick just trying to bring this car home in 7th position. And Flemo by some leap of madness has absolutely jumped ahead to the point where it looks like he is not going to be caught by Mormick on penalties even with 12 seconds. That is insane. Finishing in the top 6 with 12 seconds in penalties. Insanity. We are on the final lap and Budge is 2 seconds ahead, and it looks all but done and dusted for Big Knockouts' chance to get 2nd position at this stage as they come around. Bunsey is down and around through swimming pool, and we will follow the master, the biggest winner in season 4 so far, the most amount of wins, the best results, and clearly winning at every level the dude is used to. Let's get him around here as he comes up through the final couple of turns. Oh, and he nearly loses a little bit. Is that just showboating? Saying I'm going to take it across sideways? Who knows? He's doing it, and that is another win for our man Bunsey. Absolutely fantastic stuff, and Budge is a long way back as he comes down and around. He's come back up towards the back marker there, who will be the one of the back markers there, that'll be there last time across, second last time across the line. Budge comes across in second. Oh, sorry, Blue Gunner coming across. Sorry, big round one, he's done. And Budge comes across, and Knockos is out of fuel. And by some magical reasoning, he stays ahead of Mailman. Elite Carbon is coming around. He's got a 6-second penalty, but he is just fine to finish in 5th place. That's exactly where I put him. What a prediction. Hey Flemo comes across and finishes in 6th position. Mormick coming around now. He's no good. Don't be disappointed he didn't retain close enough battle with K Flemo in order to get that one final position. But a solid drive nonetheless, and is a hero. 23 seconds in penalties. Crawling to the line. Looks like he's out of petrol too. Or he's just staying in second gear for whatever reason. And that is the end of the wheel-to-wheel season 4 Monaco GP. Thank you very much, everybody. Blue Gunner, driver of the day. It is hard to say. And I said 12 drivers would finish this race, and I think it was 13. Not too shabby. And we did predict a Elite Carbon 5th place position. Mailman, we gave him 2 places higher. Budge 1 place lower than he finished. Bunsey 3 places. So we had a lot of the top 5 or top 6. Rory Drain, the only one not finishing the top 6 that I thought would. So not a bad one. I thought that was pretty good. And that, my friends, is the end of this week's broadcast. We will run down through these standings officially. Bunsey in 1st with Budge in 2nd. Big Knuckles in 3rd, rounding off the podium positions. Mailman in 4th with Elite Carbon in 5th. K Flemo in 6th, despite having 12 seconds of penalties. Mormick, great drive, clean and to the point. 1 stop all the way to the end. Great drive, 7th position is secured. Is a hero. 23 seconds and no fuel by the end of this race, or at least that's what it looked like. In 8th position, Blue Gunner in 9th, Why Not See in 10th, with Kaiser Gunner in 11th, Major Jam in 12th, Vernie Vern in 13th, the last of the finishers. Rory Drain in 14th, DNFing. Supreme Bio, Rhonosaurus, Ironman, Buffalo Lucas and Welsh Wizard all DNFing also. And as we said, the Angry Comedian's having trouble in the pits and his car retired before the official restart of this race. Anywho, that is the end of this week. Very much thank you all for joining me here today. That was an incredible race, and if you were close, let us know. Tell us what it was you said. Who won the stakes in regards to the betting? I don't think anybody did, but there we are. We got the top 5 correct. We just didn't get them in the right order. What a great effort. Okay, folks, that is the end of week 19. We are almost there, folks. We have 5 races remaining in this season. Let's go have a look where we are next week. We are in Azerbaijan. Sorry, we have 4 races. No, we have 5 races because China is added to the end of the calendar in week 24. Wow. I appreciate you all. If you haven't done so, please do go up to the top corner there and scan that QR code. Get in and get active in the wheel-to-wheel Discord because there is an opportunity for 1 or 2 reserve drivers. Those guys we're going to have 2 or 3 races, which will 2 semis and a final. I think it is the way it's going to be structured. And those guys will go in to a final race, which will decide who gets to be a reserve driver in wheel-to-wheel season 5. It will be great to see some of the guys who have said for a long time that they've been dying to do this get in, So opportunities don't come up very often, folks. So I advise you to get in there, get the wheel-to-wheel Discord. And of course, if you wouldn't so mind, give us a like and subscribe here on the channel. This is where you will find your wheel-to-wheel commentary week in and week out, and we will do everything we can to make it better and better every week. Folks, it has been a pleasure. I've now got the hiccups, so it is clearly time for me to sign off. We will see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.